All right, can you hear us? Hello? Okay, I hope you can hear us. I think yes. Can you hear us? Okay, good morning, everyone. We are live now on our Global Power Platform Bootcamp 2021 for Manila. Okay, it's our day two, and we're looking forward for this productive and fruitful bootcamp session with everyone. Okay, so let's begin. For our first presentation, it will be more on just the keynote video by our global team. All right, so I'll be playing this video. Okay, and then afterwards we'll have Roy and we'll also have V in the afternoon. Okay, you learn about Power Virtual Agent and Power BI. Okay, so stay tuned, and I would love to hear from our attendees. Please comment your name and your company name so that later on you will receive our digital certificate as well. Okay? All right, so I'll be playing the keynote video now. So just give me a moment. Hi, everyone, wherever you may be, whenever you may be, if you're watching live or recorded, welcome. I'm James Phillips, President of Microsoft's Business Applications Group, and I'm super excited to be with you today at the Global Power Platform Bootcamp. Really appreciate the opportunity to be with you. We've got some great information, some great Hi, everyone, wherever you may be, whenever you may be, if you're watching live or recorded, welcome. I'm James Phillips, President of Microsoft's Business Applications Group, and I'm super excited to be with you today at the Global Power Platform Bootcamp. Really appreciate the opportunity to be with you. We've got some great information, some great conversations. We get more people together in a first-class way, so welcome, and really deeply thank you for being part of this community. I think the Power Platform really has all of its success, the community to thank for. It's been staggering over the last 6 years to watch this growth. Almost 2 million community members, 500 independent community groups worldwide. You can see the dots on this slide here. Just about everywhere on planet Earth, we've got representation in a community building for the Power Platform on the ideas you're helping shape the products. For those who know, the Power Platform and Dynamics 365 and really most of the Microsoft Cloud really is user and community driven from a feature functionality perspective. We take very seriously the ideas that are provided. And in the case of the Power Platform, over 200,000 users have submitted tens of thousands of ideas that have delivered a product. So if there's anyone to thank, it's you for the success that we've seen in the Power Platform. So let's dive in. I think it's interesting. If you go back about 10 years ago when Apple first shipped the iPhone and started to develop the iTunes ecosystem, they always said there's an app for that. Lots of commercials talking about, there's an app for this, there's an app for that. But the reality is there isn't an app for most of the high value things that many of us care about in business. The number of new applications that will be built over the next 5 years, the number of challenges that we will face over that period of time that really need a technology solution, the opportunities that we have to be agile and to be responsive as we have in the pandemic requires applications, automation, the ability to analyze data that just straight up outstrips our capacity to do it without something like the Power Platform. You cannot go to the App Store and find the kind of applications that we needed, for example, last year, where the Swedish hospital system in the state of Washington was faced with a global
protective equipment. They needed to keep track of their emergency room beds. They needed to communicate across the entire system to ensure they had the right resources at the right place at the right time to respond. There was no app for that. You don't go to an app store and download an app for pandemic news. And yet they needed that application. Or Chipotle, a family dining restaurant, primarily in the United States today, that was suddenly faced with the inability to have customers in their store. They couldn't deliver their product and service because the pandemic mandated that they had to close their stores to customers. They needed a way to meet customers curbside, to deliver their products and services to customers in a new way when they couldn't be in the store with their existing commerce system. They needed an app for curbside meat delivery of product services. You certainly can't go find an app that's the Chipotle integrated system for delivering at the curbside, but they needed it in order to continue to thrive. And so for these applications, and many, many others, thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of applications that really represent sort of the core of a business, there isn't an app for that. And I would argue for the most important applications, the ones that make an organization what it is, that really embody the brand, that sort of embody the special sauce, you're not going to find an app for that. And that's where the opportunity is. And that's what the Power Platform is all about. It was specifically designed to permit modern applications to be built very rapidly by those who aren't necessarily professional developers, but certainly accelerating the work of even professional developers. And so what do we mean by a modern application? Well, data. Data comes first. Our thesis at Microsoft that continues to sort of bear out in the world is that the big change, the big opportunity for all of us is that data is starting to come first, and it's coming out of everything. I'm sitting in an office here in California. As soon as I walk out my door, there's a thermostat on the wall out there that will tell, unfortunately, it'll tell Google that I'm home. They know I'm here. They know my temperature preferences. When I drive my car to the office, Tesla knows the route I took, the songs I listen to, how hard I brake. When I update my LinkedIn profile, the world knows I have a new job. Everything is increasingly creating data, and it's coming first. And so starting from data, the ability to capture that, analyze that in whatever form it comes in, and then to take that data, analyze it, turn it into action, whether automated or through an application that a human uses, is the opportunity. That, of course, creates even more data, which fuels this ability to understand the world and react or predict and act based on this signal that's now coming out of everything. And that is exactly, precisely the vision for the Power Platform, from our connector family, Dataverse, Synapse, applications that people can use, or automated actions that then feed right back into that ecosystem. This is what the Power Platform provides for, and it offers a level of agility that, frankly, that's unique both in the industry and to completeness, being unique in the industry. And you've helped us build this. Again, this is all about the community. It's your feedback, it's your encouragement of each other, it's your engagement with the product teams and with the broader community that have allowed us to bring this to market and grow this now to one of the most, certainly the fastest growing product line at Microsoft, and one of our most highly used product lines, with tens of millions of people on a daily basis using applications, using Power BI reports, using automations. But Power Platform lives in a broader portfolio, and it's part of a broader portfolio of Microsoft. I often think of the Power Platform in some ways as being connective tissue, if you will, with the other parts of the Microsoft cloud. You think about Azure and Core, where we've got this planet-scale infrastructure, this ability to bring exabyte class of data, nearly limitless compute, and an application platform designed for professional developers, data scientists to build logic and value. Above the Power Platform, we've got Microsoft 365 Office in the Windows client, and Dynamics 365, our family of business applications. But they're all built in a unified way to allow you in the community and our customers to pick the right piece at the right time, knowing it's all integrated. I can start with an extended with a Power App, fueled by Power BI, with an Azure machine learning model beneath that, with an Azure API being managed by Azure API and feeding that application. The ability to pull all of this together, the real intentionality that we've driven to pull these together, to unify them into a collective whole, is ultimately how the Power Platform fits. And so in some ways, as the community of the Power Platform, you really are the center of the action. Looking up in Dynamics and Office 365, down in Azure, and connecting those pieces together, there's really no better place to be in the stack as far as I'm concerned, and the impact that all of you have had on your organizations, on the community, and frankly the world at large, as we'll discuss, is unmatched as a result of this collision. The last thing I would add is that there's a unified, and this is super important for those of you who are part of large organizations, or really any organization that's concerned with it this time, security, privacy, regulatory compliance, the ability to administer and govern and really make all of this work together, a consistent, unified point of view and set of systems for managing information rights, managing security, ensuring regulatory compliance, and connecting the dots between all these pieces with a single unified identity framework. So an incredibly powerful palette in some ways of paints, if you will, that you can use to paint beautiful solutions, leveraging the right parts of the palette for any individual problem. It's this I think, very powerful and yet approachable framework that has allowed the Power Platform to so quickly pervade across industries and across the globe. Over 500,000 organizations today on planet Earth use the Power Platform.
All right, I'm sorry. I just need to pause for now because I received a feedback that there's no audio on our team session. So just give me a moment. I'll just fix this. Hello? Hello? Anyone on Teams? Can you hear me? All right, I'm sorry. I just need to pause for now because I received a feedback that there's no audio on our team session. So just give me a moment. I'll just fix this. Hello? Hello? Anyone on Teams? Can you hear me? All right, I'm sorry. I just need to pause for now because I received a feedback that there's no audio on our team session. So just give me a moment. I'll just fix this. Hello? Hello? Anyone on Teams? Can you hear me? All right, so let me just switch the audio. Okay. All right, just give me a moment. Let's test it. How about now? Can you hear the video? All right, let's check. Can you hear the video? All right, how about now? Can you hear it?
Platform Bootcamp. Really appreciate the opportunity to be with you. Hi everyone, wherever you may be, whenever you may be, if you're watching live or recorded, welcome. I'm James Phillips, President of Microsoft Microsoft's Business Applications Group. And I'm super excited to be with you today at the Global Power Platform Bootcamp. Really appreciate the opportunity to be with you. We've got some great information, some great conversations. So strap in and let's get started. You know, it's amazing how resilient the community has been in putting this together. It's a tough time with the pandemic still raging in many parts of the globe. If there's any silver lining, I think the sort of the digital first aspect that we've all sort of been living in, where video conferencing or Teams meetings or online gatherings have become the norm. It means that we can get more people together in first class ways. So welcome and really deeply thank you for being part of this community. I think the Power Platform really has all of its success the community to thank for. It's been staggering over the last 6 years to watch this growth. Almost 2 million community members, 500 independent community groups worldwide. You can see the dots on this slide here. Just about everywhere on planet Earth, we've got representation in a community building for the Power Platform on the ideas you're helping shape the products. For those who know, the Power Platform and Dynamics 365 and really most of the Microsoft Cloud really is user and community driven from a feature functionality perspective. We take very seriously the ideas that are provided. And in the case of the Power Platform, over 200,000 users have submitted tens of thousands of ideas that have delivered a product. So if there's anyone to thank, it's you for the success that we've seen in the Power Platform. And I thought today I'd spend a little bit of time talking about the Power Platform all up, how it fits into the broader Microsoft Cloud. I've got some very special guests at the end that I feel very fortunate to have the opportunity to talk with. So let's dive in. I think it's interesting. If you go back about 10 years ago when Apple first shipped the iPhone and started to develop the iTunes ecosystem, they always said there's an app for that. Lots of commercials talking about there's an app for this, there's an app for that. But the reality is there isn't an app for most of the high value things that many of us care about in business. The number of new applications that will be built over the next 5 years, the number of challenges that we will face over that period of time that really need a technology solution, the opportunities that we have to be agile and to be responsive as we have in the pandemic requires applications, automation, the ability to analyze data that just straight up outstrips our capacity to do it without something like the Power Platform. You cannot go to the App Store and find the kind of applications that we needed, for example, last year, where the Swedish hospital system in the state of Washington was faced with a global pandemic. They needed to keep track of personal protective equipment. They needed to keep track of their emergency room beds. They needed to communicate across the entire system to ensure they had the right resources at the right place at the right time to respond. There was no app for that. You don't go to an app store and download an app for a pandemic. And yet they needed that application. Or Chipotle, a family dining restaurant, primarily in the United States today, that was suddenly faced with the inability to have customers in their store. They couldn't deliver their product and service because the pandemic mandated that they had to close their stores to customers. They needed a way to meet customers curbside, to deliver their products and services to customers in a new way when they couldn't be in the store with their existing commerce system. They needed an app for curbside meat delivery of product services. You certainly can't go find an app that's the Chipotle integrated system for delivering at the curbside, but they needed it in order to continue to thrive. And so for these applications, and many others, thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of applications that really represent sort of the core of a business, there isn't an app for that. I would argue for the most important applications, the ones that make an organization what it is, that really embody the brand, that sort of embody the special sauce you're not going to find after that. And that's where the opportunity is, and that's what the Power Platform is all about. It was specifically designed to permit modern applications to be built very rapidly by those who aren't necessarily professional developers, but certainly accelerating the work of even professional developers. And so what do we mean by a modern application? Well, data. data comes first. Our thesis at Microsoft that continues to sort of bear out in the world is that the big change, the big opportunity for all of us is that data is starting to come first, and it's coming out of everything. I'm sitting in an office here in California. As soon as I walk out my door, there's a thermostat on the wall out there that will tell, unfortunately, it'll tell Google that I'm home. They know I'm here. They know my temperature preferences. When I drive my car to the office, Tesla knows the route I took, the songs I listen to, how hard I brake. When I update my LinkedIn profile, the world knows I have a new job. Everything is increasingly creating data, and it's coming first. And so starting from data, the ability to capture that, analyze that in whatever form it comes in, and then to take that data, analyze it, turn it into action, whether automated or through an application that a human uses, is the opportunity. That, of course, creates even more data, which fuels this ability to understand the world and react or predict it at based on this signal that's now coming out of everything. And that is exactly, precisely the vision for the Power Platform, from our connector family, Dataverse, Synapse on the data side, to Power BI to connect and understand, to Power Apps and Power Automate, to create applications that people can use or automated actions that then feed right back into that ecosystem. This is what the Power Platform provides for, and it offers a level of agility that, frankly, that's unique both in the industry and the completeness being unique in the industry. And you've helped us build this. Again, this is all about the community. It's your feedback, it's your encouragement of each other, it's your engagement with the product teams and with the broader community that have allowed us to bring this to market and grow this now to one of the most, certainly the fastest growing product line at Microsoft, and one of our most highly used product lines, with tens of millions of people on a daily basis using applications, using Power BI reports, using automations. But Power Platform lives in a broader portfolio, and it's part of a broader portfolio at Microsoft. I often think of the Power Platform in some ways as being connective tissue, if you will, with the other parts of the Microsoft cloud. And you think about Azure at the core, where we've got this planet-scale infrastructure, this ability to bring exabyte class of data, nearly limitless compute, and an application platform designed for professional developers, data scientists to build logic and value. Above the Power Platform, we've got Microsoft 365 Office and the Windows client, and Dynamics 365, our family of business applications. But they're all built in a unified way to allow you in the community and our customers to pick the right piece at the right time, knowing it's all integrated. I can start with an application in Dynamics 365 that might be showing through a Teams client that is extended with a Power App, fueled by Power BI, with an Azure machine learning model beneath that, with an Azure API being managed by Azure APIM, feeding that application. The ability to pull all of this together, the real intentionality that we've driven to pull these together, to unify them into a collective whole, is ultimately how the Power Platform fits. And so in some ways, as the community of the Power Platform, you really are at the center of the action. Looking up at Dynamics and Office 365, down in Azure, and connecting those pieces together, there's really no better place to be in the stack as far as I'm concerned. And the impact that all of you have had on your organizations, on the community, and frankly the world at large, as we'll discuss, is unmatched as a result of this position. The last thing I would add is that there's a unified, and this is super important for those of you who are part of large organizations, or really any organization that's concerned with it who's not, security, privacy, regulatory compliance, the ability to administer and govern and really make all of this work together, a consistent, unified point of view and set of systems for managing information rights, managing security, ensuring regulatory compliance, and connecting the dots between all these pieces with a single unified identity frame. So an incredibly powerful palette in some ways of paints, if you will, that you can use to paint beautiful solutions, leveraging the right parts of the palette for any individual problem. It's this I think, very powerful and yet approachable framework that has allowed the Power Platform to so quickly pervade across industries and across the globe. Over 500,000 organizations today on planet Earth use the Power Platform to build applications, to automate processes, to analyze data, to do it in the context of their broader IT landscape. 97% of the Fortune 500 using the Power Platform today, again, across industries, across regions. And so with that, very quick sort of introduction to what's happening, I'm going to spend some time now talking to your friends and ours, some members of the community, and we're going to start with Telstra. First, we'll look at a video, and then we'll come back and have a conversation. Using the Power Platform today, again, across industries, across regions.
The biggest changes for our business has been the way that we communicate things out to our technicians.
When we looked at the ecosystem for a field technician, there were lots of different applications and systems and links and places to go and get information, having to manage and service all of that. It can be quite challenging. And what we really wanted to do is we wanted to really bring that together into one place for them. Microsoft Teams has been really important to running our field services. We saw this amazing opportunity to integrate Power Apps. We created 2 platforms, Technician Plus and Leader Plus, linked into Microsoft Teams to make that a cohesive experience for our users.
Really has everything. It's more about automating and digitizing a lot of those manual processes which were typically done via paper. It's really been an integral part of ensuring that the rest of the technician workforce is up to speed.
First thing in the morning, I log onto my tablet, jump onto Technician Plus to make sure I'm across all the new communications and news that is uploaded there daily. Then I travel to my first job.
I think the foundations that we've laid has really helped create that platform for crisis management, whether it be fires or floods or obviously the most recent pandemic. We have to be quite agile in the way that we develop solutions to be able to manage those. I spent about 7 years in the field servicing our customers. I then transitioned to a role in the field digitalisation team. I don't have a typical software engineering or IT background, and what the Power Platform has allowed me to do is really develop an application within 48 hours with end-to-end reporting. We've automated and digitised around 70 processes.
We have visibility of weather warnings, and we have meetings on MS Teams daily with our field leads just to ensure our safety before we are mobilising.
Technicians will go out to those sites and they'll capture photos through their tablet, and then our resource coordinators can visualise that information in the Power BI report.
Being in the field, we knew where to go for the updates and communications. It's increased our efficiency dramatically. We can service our customers quicker.
Power Platform has helped us get about 10 million minutes back into our business, which has increased the productivity of our people. I'm really passionate about building that community of problem solvers, seeing those guys out there using the tools that I've developed, and I actually want to provide a better experience.
I like resolving customers' issues, and the tools that we've been given definitely improve our experience and the customer's experience.
Okay, great. And so joining me is Nathan Backers with Telstra. He's a senior lead at Telstra, running something called the Power Factory. And so I'm super excited to welcome Nathan. Welcome. Good. I hope you're not in the middle of the night, are you there?
No, it's 7:50 in the morning, so it's not too bad.
Thanks for getting up early. So it's, I think you've gone on a heck of a journey with the Power Platform. I think it'd be interesting just to sort of share how you got started. I mean, what were you doing at Telstra, and then how did you get introduced to the Power Platform and get up and running?
Yeah, sure. So I started at Telstra just over 10 years ago when I started as a field technician. So primarily my job was out in the field visiting customer services, installing telecommunications line, IP networking, more of like a tradesperson style role. A few years ago I started doing some extra jobs. One of those jobs that I was tasked with looking at was revitalising or looking at ways to improve the process around our complaints that we had for our field specific tasks. And that was sort of where I got introduced to Microsoft products, I guess. That was I used a combination of SharePoint and InfoPath back then to be able to sort of provide some visibility across those complaints, and we've seen some really good results. So I guess from there, that's sort of where I sort of dipped my toes into the water when it came to that stuff. And then the next project that I had was building an issues and opportunities register for our field technicians. be able to get some visibility of I guess, issues that our field technicians had that were out in the field, and to be honest, it was quite difficult to get it up to those senior manager levels from the field, because most of the guys that are out in the field on a day-to-day basis will go the whole day without actually seeing any of their colleagues in person. They'll just go around in their vans and use customer services. So we built a tool called Pipe, which was built on Power Apps using SharePoint as the place where we stored data. And I guess that's sort of where the whole Power Apps movement, I guess, the field and also Telstra more broadly started. We had some great success with Tide, a lot of positive user feedback. From there, we just built a lot of apps to automate and digitize a number of things for our field workforce. And I guess we created our own problem in the sense that we built all these apps to solve all these different problems. We sort of needed to just strip it back and bring it all into one platform. And we developed an application called Technician Plus, which essentially housed all of these different processes and tools that were digitized into the one place, and we automated and digitized around 70 or 80 processes and still counting. And from that point there, I guess the exposure across the rest of the business and all the great work that we were doing, a lot of other business units were basically wanting to leech off the great work that we've done, which is great stuff. So we've noticed that we had pockets of excellence around the business using the Power Platform, and the field was obviously one of those. So we started a new team, which is called the Power Factory, which is the team that I'm the leader of now. And that team specifically focused at building that capability across the rest of the business to basically do the same great work that our field's done. And we play the role of a centre of excellence and help out with community. So we have our community sessions that we run once every 2 weeks to help people from within their own business units solve their own problems like we did in field. So that's a very quick overview of some of the stuff that we've done.
That's quite the journey. And so you're now full-time, not in the field. This is your full-time job now, is ensuring that the Power Platform is sort of available and that the organization is able to go in.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it is. It's a bit of a change for myself, but man, it's more of a leadership role now. But in saying that, I still develop on the Power Platform mainly just because I enjoy it. I think it's fun. It sort of gives an avenue to sort of be able to express some of your creative skills and solve problems. And that's sort of what we've found as well with our community sessions is we've got so many people from around the business in different areas, procurement, global financial services, our field workforce, customer connect and care, places like that just have their own problems that they want to be able to solve themselves, and these tools sort of give them the power to do that within their own hands without too much reliance on any other areas. They just sort of need to be guided as to how to get started, and that's kind of what our team does.
Yeah, I mean, it's cliche-ish, but I always think about the real power of the Power Platform is empowerment. It's empowering organizations and people to go express their creativity, to solve real problems. And usually, as you've articulated, it's those folks who are on the front end, that are doing the work of an organization that see the opportunities to improve and to solve real problems, and giving them the tools that they can use to go make a difference, I think it's really empowering. So any advice that you give to anyone that's listening today that has not, that's maybe just beginning to dabble in the Power Platform on how to move forward, how to think about expanding its use across an organization, anything you learned in your process?
Yeah, I think it's probably important that when you're just starting in the Power Platform, to make sure that you really have your governance and all your processes around the Power Platform and how that really fits into your IT ecosystem at whichever company you're at, how that actually works beforehand. I guess we were sort of one of the early adopters of the Power Platform, so it was kind of a bit of unknown waters, and I guess there was a bit of there wasn't a lot of governance around the platform when it was first rolled out. And I guess we're kind of in the process now of going back and trying to fix some of those things. So I think there's probably a good word of advice would be to sort of, I guess, have that governance stuff in check beforehand as much as you can. But also, probably one of the things I've found as well is these tools are great because not only does it really give the power into anybody's hands to be able to build digital solutions, but also the time that it takes to develop. There's not really a lot of reliance on other teams. You're able to go out there and make these connections to different services and be able to build stuff quite quickly. So it's quite easily to build these processes and try and manage it like a physical sort of IT pipeline, which will add time to the development. So just to find the balance where you can still have that, some sort of governance and some sort of structure around what you're doing, but not detracting from one of the great assets, which is how quickly you can get stuff delivered.
Got it. Yeah, it's the balance between sanity and agility. Hey, Nathan, thank you. Really appreciate you taking the time to do this. And I know it's going to be valuable for those who are trying to follow the same path that you've taken. So thanks for taking the time to join us.
No problem, James. Thank you. Cheers.
See you soon. Okay, we're going to shift gears now and have a conversation with two friends, John Russell, Mary Thompson. But before they join me, look, I just want to come back and recognize the importance of the community, the impact that the community has had, both on folks like Nathan and Telstra, who are part of a large organization, but also those individuals who are on an individual journey, who are discovering Power Apps and really trying to understand with the broader Power Platform how it could make a difference in their lives. And I really do think that for me, the most gratifying part of my job is to see the individual human impact. I mean, it's really amazing the number of lives that have been touched by, and in many cases transformed by, the Power Platform, always in the context of the community, though. And so to talk a little bit more about that, I'm going to invite John Russell and Mary Thompson to join me, and we're going to have a conversation about their experience, their journey with the Power. The individual human impact. I mean, it's really amazing the number of lives that have been touched by, and in many cases transformed.
All right, so thank you so much, James Phillips, for our keynote. So across the globe, they are playing the video. All right, but since we have a speaker just to keep track of our time, I'm sorry for the technical and audio concerns earlier, but we're all good now, and I believe I have our speaker. All right, our speaker now is Roy Alfred Sardalia. Okay, so I'll give the floor to Roy now. So Roy, are you ready? I will not give too much introduction. I will let him share some information and introduce himself to the group, okay? All right, Roy.
Hello, good morning. Can you hear me?
So I'll give the floor to Roy now. So Roy,
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, Roy, I can hear you.
Okay, so first let me just share with you my screen before I start my presentation for today's session. Alright, so first of all, I would like to thank you everyone for having me here. It's such an honor to be here, sharing my knowledge about Microsoft Virtual Agent.
Yes, Roy.
So,
Roy, can you give us 2 minutes? Yes.
sure.
I think it's still loading on our live feed on Facebook and YouTube. So just give me a minute. I think we're all good. I can see it now. So please proceed.
Alright.
Thank you.
Alright, again, I would like to thank you guys for having me here. It's such an honor to be here, sharing my knowledge with you all about Power Virtual Agent. So for my topic for today, it's all about announcing the availability of Microsoft Virtual Agents. Before I start with my main session for today, I would like to introduce myself with you all first. So my name is Roy Alfred Sardalia, but you can briefly call me Roy. And I am a solution delivery apprentice at the Keynote, and also I am an IT instructor at Informatics College, Manila. And I am also a trainer at the H Academy. Aside from being an IT person, being an IT field, I am also an entrepreneur. I do also have a shop about the Power Virtual Agents, and I am so excited to share this with you. So for the objectives of this session, okay, we will define what is Power Virtual Agents. I know some of you, this new solution of Microsoft is new, and this is the first time that you hear from this. And also, we will learn the capabilities of Power Virtual Agents. And lastly, we will learn how to build your first chatbot. And it is important that it will have a demo on how you're gonna do it on your own. And here is the agenda for this session, so you will know and you can track where we at and what we are gonna talk about today. So we're gonna talk about the Power Virtual Agents introduction. We're gonna build your first chatbot, and we will have the demo. And I know for some of you, you will have concerns, clarifications, and questions. We will have the Q&A wherein I will be happy to answer all your questions. Okay. So let's watch this short clip. Here's the audio for my clip. Alright, so first, let's watch this short clip about Power Virtual Agents to give you some insights about this solution.
By now, you've probably heard of virtual agents, those amazing little bots that have, well, virtually transformed customer service. But have you heard of Power Virtual Agents? They're new from Microsoft. And what makes them so powerful, you ask? Well, they're even easier to use for all kinds of things beyond just customer service. You can use them for HR, sales, any domain or channel imaginable. Virtually anywhere you want to engage customers. On the web, Skype, Facebook, Power Apps, you name it. You can build a Power Virtual Agent for that. They're super easy to build too. Anyone can do it. There's no code to get started, no AI expertise needed, and you can be up and running in minutes. But if you want to add code or, say, some more complex capabilities, Microsoft's cognitive services and bot framework is just a few clicks away, so you can go as deep as you like. And because they're already integrated with Microsoft's Power Platform, you can use hundreds of pre-built connectors, so your bot can talk to your back-end systems with just a few clicks, or easily add capabilities like using Microsoft Power Automate, call an API. Lastly, they're powerfully smart, learning every day, using API to suggest new topics to build as users interact with it. So, ready to make your own Power Virtual Agent? Just head on over to aka.ms/tryPVA and try it free for a limited time and unlock what's next.
Alright, so that is Power Virtual Agents. I hope that the small short clip gave you some insights about the solution. But to give you a deeper idea, a deeper knowledge about the Power Virtual Agents, let's have this discussion. So let's talk about the introduction to Power Virtual Agents. Alright. So the question is, what is Power Virtual Agents? Okay, so Power Virtual Agents empowers your people to drive more business value through easy to create natural conversational artificial intelligence. Meaning, they are not enough professional developers. There are not enough professional developers to create the huge number of applications and chatbots that are needed right now. But with Power Virtual Agents, it will provide a no-code graphical user interface that democratizes chatbot technology. And it makes it possible for anyone to build their own chatbot. With no special skills, with no IT background, you don't need to be professional. are currently going through. Okay? So 66% of the customers try to use self-service first before contacting an agent. The question is why? It is because contacting an agent takes a long time. And you end up in a queue when you just want an answer straight away, right? So that's all what we want. We want an answer straight away. Next is 90% of customers expect consistency and continuity across channels. And these channels are on the phone, website, retail store, and they want the same experience and treatment. Lastly, 59% of the channels are managed in silos. Okay? So call centers have different incentives than retail stores. The website is managed separately and so on. Okay? So these are the complex challenges that most of the organizations are currently experiencing. Okay. But chatbots can help. But there is a but. Okay? Chatbots can help, but there is a but. Okay? So chatbots can help and address all those challenges that we mentioned a while ago. However, the problem with chatbots is that they are hard to create and expensive to maintain. Why? Because you need to put a lot of technical infrastructure up front. And then a lot of effort into creating the content as well. There is also friction between the subject matter experts and the developers and data scientists or AI specialists when you create the bot. Okay? And finally, if you do not create a bot that can act on behalf of the customers or connect you back to your systems, it's not as useful as it should be. So, the vision of our virtual agents are engage naturally, democratize artificial intelligence, continuously enhance and take action. Again, power virtual agents empower every organization to easily provide delightful, natural interactions with their customers and improve engagement and outcomes. So, what do we mean by engage naturally? Okay, when you see engage naturally, it creates really natural conversations. Okay, it's like you are chatting with a person, and it engages with your customers and employees conversationally. Because it's very important that if you will create a chatbot, okay, it is the one that represents in behalf of your customer. So it should be like a real interaction, a natural conversation. Okay? And with this, it will resolve routine issues easily, freeing up staff to focus on complex matters. Second, democratize artificial intelligence. When you say democratize artificial intelligence, it is empower. Okay? Empower your subject matter experts to easily create powerful bots. Okay? So using guide, no-code graphical interface. No need for developers or data scientists. And the best software engineers and data scientists is have created an easy to configure platform. Okay? And they have taken care of that. So you just focus on your business. Next is continuously enhance. Okay? So it should be continuous. Okay? We should continuously enhance our bots. Okay? So it will continuously improve the model and the experience. Okay? As point So these are the Power Virtual Agents vision. Okay, so Power Virtual Agents, everyone, is designed for everyone. Okay? Okay, so it is designed with customer centricity in mind. So your customers could be external or internal. Okay, and these are the three factors. Okay, so either your customers, the subject matter experts, and the IT admin or developer. When you say subject matter experts, everyone, okay, meaning you can build conversational flows using a very easy interface with no code. So even though you don't have any IT background or not IT professional, you can still create your own bot. Next is with IT developers and admins, okay? It can help subject matter experts to build conversational flows and integrate their chatbots with line of businesses applications using low-code Power Automate tools. And there is no need for data scientists and no need to build AI or machine learning models. So these are the different connectors, the different business applications that we can connect with Power Virtual Agents. Okay, so we can build on our platform and on framework. So we can combine them both. So, okay, so when you say Power Platform, the full power of our local Power platform optimized for business users. Okay, it uses hundreds of freedom connectors or use flows called custom APIs. And the pod framework is easy, no-click access to all the capabilities of Microsoft pod framework. And we also have the Azure and Cognitive Services, which is integrated with Azure Cognitive Services. Okay, so you can extend everyone and personalize your chatbot using Power Platform tools, Power Automate, or leverage the capability of the bot framework skills. Okay, so the bot skills are reusable, conversational text islands that can be used to onboard scenarios using complex capabilities. Okay, so bot authors can convert any existing bot into a skill and seamlessly trigger actions embedded in it through the Power Virtual Agents with no code designer, and you benefit on this. Okay, so that is how we do the Power Virtual Agents. Okay, so let me just give you a section summary about the Power Virtual Agents. Okay, so it helps you again support industry trends with this vision of Power Virtual Agents. Engage naturally, democratize AI, continuously enhance, and take action. Okay, it's also designed for multiple personas. Okay, it has the infinity, okay, and customer focus, connected, extensible, and developed on the Microsoft bot framework. So this is the introduction to Power Virtual Agents. And later on, we're going to discuss and have a demo on how we're going to create our chatbot using the Power Virtual Agents. And I will teach you also how you're going to create your own trial account if you want to practice the Power Virtual Agents. Okay, so let's build our first chatbot. How are we going to build our first chatbot? Okay, so it starts with Microsoft Dataverse. When you say Microsoft Dataverse, meaning it allows you to store your data securely. Okay? So you can have one more bot in your Microsoft Dataverse environment. Okay? And it is common to have 25 plus user topics within a chatbot. So within each topic, everyone, okay, you construct a conversation tree. Okay, this is the conversation tree, and a conversation tree, guys, consists of trigger phrases, multiple notes, conditions, and the ability to use entities and call actions. Okay, so take note that to use Power Upgrade, everyone, flows in a Power Virtual Agent chatbot is that they must begin as solution. Okay, so within the same dataverse environment as the chatbot. So you can redirect or call another to use to user topic or system topic from within a conversation tree. Okay, and also Power Virtual Agents comes with 4 predefined user topics that you can use or delete. And these are useful for learning or getting started. And you also have 8 predefined user topics. Think of this like a building block for your conversation. Okay, so they include greeting, good day, added conversation, survey, etc. And it recommends also minimal editing only for these topics, like for example, creating message. Okay, and later on again on the demo, I'll teach you how you do it. Okay. So this is the process of the chatbot creation. Okay, let me just give you an overview. So first is you need to sign in or sign up for a Power Virtual Agent and create a new chatbot. Okay, you need to create a new chatbot, and then create new topics with trigger phrases and build a conversational tree. Once you build your conversational tree, it will immediately, okay, test this using a chatbot and then demo website that can be shared with other users. Okay, it will allow you to test your bot so you can check the performance of it. Okay, so after checking it, after testing it, and publishing it, once you are happy, okay, with what you created or what you built, you can publish it to different channels that are made ready and available by Power Virtual Agents. Okay, so in Chatbot, everyone has also performance analytics. Okay, to enable a feedback loop. So you can continuously enhance and easily enhance your chatbot to optimize the customer experience. And if you want to revise your bot, okay, you will follow the same process. Okay, so revise your bot, revise the supplements, revisations, and then you need to test it again, and it will measure the performance using the analytics, and after you did publish it. So, how are we going to create a new chatbot? Okay, so you can see on my screen, on my presentation here, let me go down, I'm going to click on create a chatbot, and then handout, and go down. Okay, or you need to build out the different attributes such as the name, the language, as well as the environment. Okay, so the name that is the name of your project or your chatbot, and you can select what language would you like to use. Is it French? Is it English? Is it Japanese? Something like that. Okay, so we're gonna do it. Okay, so you Power Virtual Agent makes creating chatbots very easy to do. Okay, all you need to do is that open the Power Virtual Agent Designer and then click on the bot icon. You can see the bot icon upper right corner or on the navigation bar. Okay, just click that bot icon and then select new bot. So after that you selected that, a new modal will be course, and then you need to fill out the different text fields, such as the name of your new chatbot, and then select your language that you want to use as well. Select the environment. Okay, so the environment is where you will implement your chatbot. Okay, so that is the environment. Okay, so for virtual agent, everyone, it supports different languages. Okay, so you can create chatbots in Power Virtual Agent in a numerous number of languages. Okay, take note that each bot speaks one language, and it's not a multilingual single bot. You need to specify the target language that you want to use when you will create your first chatbot. Diba? A while ago, I showed you as a model that you need to select what language you will use because it is not a multilingual. Okay? You need to select what language would you want to use on your chatbot. Okay? Alright. Next is also in Power Virtual Agent, we can use topics. Okay, we can use topics when you create your chatbot, everyone. You need to decide what you want your chatbot to address. Okay, is it a retail store? Is it an FAQ? You need to define what will you create. Okay, so a chatbot comes with more user topics and the topic. And using one of the four topics to get familiar with the structure. Okay, so you can create topics for each scenario, each question that you want the bot to address. Okay, so later on we'll have a demo on this. Okay. So next is also we can add a conversational user phrases. Okay, so your chatbot must have the appropriate trigger phrases. Okay, and that is relevant to your topic. You should have that. So a topic has trigger phrases, and these are phrases, keywords, or questions that the user is likely to type that is related. Like for example, when the user types in how to reset my password, and then that will be the trigger. Your chatbot will respond, and then it will send the customer the process, the step-by-step on how they can reset their password. And for example, your business is a retail store, and you want to know, and your customer wants to know what are the other locations that your store has, then your customer will type in what are the other locations that you have, then your chatbot will respond based on the trigger that you set up. Okay? So that is how we do it. It should have a trigger process. Okay? So the AI, the artificial intelligence, uses natural language. Okay? So understanding to parse what the customer actually types and find the most appropriate trigger phrase for you. Okay? So you should start with 5 to 10 trigger phrases for each topic, guys. And your phrases should be semantically different. Okay? And they don't use equal sentences. Okay? Just a phrase like reset password. Then your chatbot can understand that. You don't need to type a full sentence, okay? Because that's a lot of words, you know. And you want to make it short. Okay. So next is let's open the authoring canvas and begin editing a topic. So what is the authoring canvas? Okay. So open the authoring canvas and begin creating your chatbot. So the easy to use answers translate dialogue tree enables end users to start creating a powerful chatbot experience. Okay, so the upgrade canvas is where you can see the process, the flow of your chatbot as well. It's where you can add new conversation, okay, new trigger phrases. You can find it inside of it. Right, so that is the upgrade canvas. Next is it's important again based on the overview the topic. Okay, so first your topic as you construct it. Okay, it allows the user or the developer of the chatbot to test it on their own. Okay, so you can test it. You can test what you created and just click on the test button on the bottom left. Okay, on the bottom left corner and expand the test window. Okay, so in Power Virtual Agents, you can test your chatbot, guys, by clicking the test button on the bottom left part to expand the window. Okay. Next is also you can publish a demo website. If you want to share your demo, your chatbot, your colleagues to your friends, okay, just click the publish button and then it will generate a URL for your demo website and you can share it with your colleagues, friends, and everyone. Okay? Next is also you can publish a demo website. Next is share your it will enhance your chatbot from many things. Okay? So it will use visibility of many parameters. So summary charts, engagement over time chart, session outcomes over time chart, resolution rate drivers chart, escalation rate drivers chart, abandon rate drivers chart. Okay, so with this analytics, you will have an in-depth visualization on the data that you collected today. Okay, so you can see the summary and you can understand the stored data with this analysis. Okay, so you really see what's working and what to improve with analytics. Okay, so it will analyze customer conversations, better understand how specific topics are performing. Okay, and also what is impacting your customer parameters. And also it can identify where is the root that we need to improve. To improve our chatbots. Okay? And also we can quickly figure out what to build next. Okay? So since you created your first chatbot, then you enhance it, you can also better what you need. What will be the next chatbot that you need to build. Okay? So it will easily see which conversations that are going to human agents and determine which topic to teach the bot next. Okay? So that is how you enhance your chatbot from your analytics. Okay? Alright, so this is the section summary. So first is that Power Virtual Agent enables users to create a chatbot in just minutes. Okay? So also it offers an easy-to-use designer to help create unique customer chatbot experiences. And next is that it is part of the Microsoft Power Platform. And it is built on Microsoft Dataverse. Working in users, you can ensure for your users that their important data are securely stored on the Dataverse. Okay, so that's Power Virtual. Okay, so now let's proceed on the demo. Let's build our first chatbot. I hope that you guys are excited first, before we proceed on building our first chatbot, I would like to teach you first how you're gonna create your trial account on this. And so that if you want to pursue this solution, you want to have your own experience in creating your chatbot, you can create it by using the free trial account. Okay? Alright. So let's continue. Okay, so let me just share with you my screen, everyone. Okay, by the way, before I reach on that, do you have any questions, concerns, clarification? So let me just check or do anything. Okay, so let me share with you my screen. Okay. Alright. So, maybe some of you are wondering why am I using an incognito. Okay? So guys, if you create trial account, make sure that you will use an incognito or a private browser. Okay? So that will not be seen. Okay? So how we gonna set it up? So let's assume that we don't have any account on Power Virtual Agents. All we need to do is visit that Office free trial portal. Okay? So that's what we need to visit. Okay? So let me just type in here. Okay? And then you will be redirected on that. You will be redirected on the products of Microsoft. Okay? Alright. So we have here this Office 365. Okay, so this is an enterprise Office account. So you will be redirected on this product, okay, and you will be asked about the language that you are using. So you can switch to either national English language or you can stay in United States in English. Okay, so let me just stay on United States English. So this is the product of Office 365 Enterprise. Okay, so it is a cloud-based with productivity applications and services with information production and compliance capabilities. Okay, so it includes installed Office, mobile applications on PC for Macintosh, also 5 tablets and then 5 for users. Okay, so all you need to do is click the free trial button. Okay, click that. And then, okay, so you can enter your work or school email address. And then we will check if you need to create an account for Office 365. So let me just use my Office or my work email. Okay, and then click next. Okay, so as you can see that I already have an Office account on this. So if you experience that, if you're using your work account, then it will appear like this. You already have an account on Microsoft. Okay, you can still create a trial. So just click this, create a new account instead. Okay, and then you will be asked to fill out this form for your personal information such as your first name, middle name, last name, business phone number, company name, and also the country that you are in. Okay, so let me type my name so you can see there. website, personal information such as your first name, middle name, last name, business phone number, company name. So select your country. Okay, so let's decide how many you can see there. Okay, then click next. Alright, so after clicking the next button, you will be asked to click the send verification code. So it's on to verify your account. Okay, so click verification code, but select, let me just grab my phone to check the code. Okay, so just type in the code that is directly sent to you, and that is right. So after clicking the next button, okay, and then click the verification code. So it's all right. So after that, you will be asked to create your own domain. Okay, so your domain should be on the last to check the address on your email. Okay, so for me, let me try all. So that will be my name, and then check the availability. Just click check availability. It's still available. Just click it's still available, and then if it's available, click the next button. Okay, and then you will be asked to create your username and password that you will be using to sign into your account. Okay, so just type in username. For example, Arthur Dalia. Then let's see, it's still available. As you can see, it's still available. Type in password. It's available. Click the next button. Okay, and then you can skip this check back if you don't want to receive any email from Microsoft, and then click sign out. So just type in. Okay, so for your file has 25 licenses, and you can use this for a month. Okay, so let's just wait for a few moments before we can use it. And then, okay, so Microsoft is setting up your account. Check back if you don't want to receive. Okay, Microsoft. And then you can create your account, and then please do not refresh the page. Has 25 licenses, and you can use this for a month. Okay, so let's just wait for a few moments before we can use it. Okay, so once that you set it up, okay, so copy your user ID because you will need it later. Copy this, then save it in our notes. Okay, so let me just save it on my notes. Okay, so once that you set it up, and then, okay, you can manage your subscription. Copy your user ID, okay, or you can directly sign into your account. Okay, so let me just show you how to sign into your account. Let's use that. So let's, for example, just type in office.com. Okay, access your office, and then sign in to create that trial account. You can manage your subscription. Okay, so let's sign in, or you can directly sign into that account that we created. So since it's already inside of me, and it's already signed in on this, it will automatically redirect it on this. Okay, for example, just type in so it will be multiple, and then sign in what you can see here. Okay, so also guys, I will how you will add trial accounts for additional application solutions on Microsoft. All you need to do is navigate to your admin. Okay, so you can see this icon and this is for admin. Okay, click that. Okay. So also guys, alright. Okay, so this is the admin. Okay, so you can see your phone, you can also add users since you are navigate to your admin. You can be able to create 25 users and you can use it for the month. Okay, you can also have your groups, you can also check your billing, and you can also set it up. Okay, so on the left side, the admin center, expand the building. Okay, click this, and click the purchase services. Okay, so the purchase services, it will allow you to add a new solution or application. Okay, so all we just need to do, okay, let's just wait for it to load. Okay, so once it's loaded on the purchase services, on the search engine, you can search the application or the solution that you want to use. And for this session, we will add the Power applications. Okay, the Power app. Let's type in Power app, and then click this magnifying icon, and it will load. It will show you the result. Okay, so once it's loaded on the purchase services, on the search engine, you can search. Alright, so once it loads, type in the Power apps for user plan, and then session one, we will add the Power applications in Power app. Click on type in Power app. Okay, so here we go. We are looking for Power apps for user plan. So you have to show you the result. User plan, Power apps, and Power auto. But you are using in this section the Power apps for user plan. Okay, after you click on it, click the details button. Okay, and it will show you the details. Okay, so it will show you about the subscription for subscription plan. So don't click the buy since we are using we're gonna use the free trial account. So click the get free trial button. User plan, Power apps, and Power auto. But we are using in this session the Power apps for user plan. Okay, after you click on it, click the details button. Okay, so just click that and then wait until it loads. So don't click the buy since we are using we're gonna use the free trial account. So click the get free trial button. Alright. So you will be redirected once you check out your order. So you have an option to cancel it right now. Okay, so you are can be able to use Power apps plan trial 1 month, and you can use to 25 users. Okay, so after you were redirected on this page, click the try now button. Okay. So you will be redirected on to check out. After clicking the try now button, you will be redirected on the order receipt. Okay, it will show you an order receipt on your screen, and then click continue button. Okay, so after you were redirected on this page, click the try now button. Okay. After so let's just wait. Try now button, you will be redirected on the. Okay, so you will be redirected onto the Microsoft Admin Center. So it's meaning it's successfully added on your license. Okay. So next is on the left side again of the navigation and of the Admin Center. Okay. Again, send the billing and click on licenses. So we can add a user who is or who can use the Power app solution. Okay. So on the billing, just go to licenses. Just you have here the screen and Power apps for user plan. Okay, so we need to click the Power apps for user plan because we're gonna add a user license on this. Who will be the user that is able to use this. Okay, so once you redirect on this page, where you can add your license, okay, just click assign license. Okay, so we need to click the Power apps for user plan or shown. So you just need to type in your email address. Okay, and also guys, you can click user right can access and use Power Apps. Okay, so and then after you so that is how you do your Power Apps account. Okay? Alright. So next is we need to create a trial environment. Okay? Because it's very important, you will have also your environment. So how are we gonna do it? Okay? All you need to do inside the private network is make the powerapps.com. Okay? Alright. So next is we need to create a trial environment. Okay? Because it's very important that you will have also your the access as well to admin. Okay? All you need to do inside the private network. So here on the app launcher, that icons, make the power apps, click that, and then go to admin. Okay, and then you will be redirected on the admin. Okay, not here. Okay, so instead of going on that, just go to HTTP. So here on S, app launcher, and then slash admin, click the power platform, that's Microsoft.com. Okay, and then you will be redirected. Okay, so you will be redirected on the Power Platform admin account. Okay, so for admin side. So in this part, okay, it will allow you to create your trial environment. So as you can see, you are using the environment of the Word email that you sign in. So you need to create your own trial. So how are you going to do it? So all you need to do on the environment page, click this blue button. So in this part, okay, and then there is a form that will show up, and you need to fill it out. Okay, so let's name this the environment of the task. That will be our environment name, and then for the type, you should select trial page. Okay, select trial as your type. Okay, and then you can leave Asia. It will depend on the country that you are in or you are using. Okay, so you can type some purpose that will describe the environment purpose, or you can skip that, and then toggle this for. Okay, so click that and it will redirect it as yes, so that you can create autonomy for this environment. After that, okay, click next button, and then you can select the language that you want to use, and also you can create an URL, okay, your own address. So let me, okay, so click that, and it will redirect it as yes, so that you can create. So after that, for this environment, after that, click next button. And then you can select the currency, so you can select dollars, you can select Philippine peso, or it will depend on the country that you are using. Okay. So next is select toggle this box part and deploy sample apps and data. Okay, so after that, okay, you can select the currency, so you can select the currency, as you can see, this specifies the weight with the value of the test is already used. So you need to select or create and unique URL. Okay. Okay, so let's use the save, and let's wait until the environment is select or create unique URL. Okay, so it will take a few moments before it will be successfully created. So as you can see, your you can see there on the state that still on the very set. So after a few moments on the alert bar, it will have and it will tell you the work environment has been created. Okay? Alright. So you can see on the alert bar, you can see that the trial environment is getting prepared. Okay? So it will take a few minutes, and then after I guess 1 minute, we need to click this refresh button so we can see the state of that trial environment. Okay, so now let's just click the refresh and let's check if we can use the trial. As you can see, the state of the trial environment has now changed and it's on red. So meaning it's already prepared, successfully created, and we can now use that trial that we created. Okay? Alright. Alright, so now that we have our trial account for enterprise, we also created trial account with Power Apps, and then also created a trial environment. We will now proceed on creating our first chatbot. Okay, just go to a new window. Okay. On the new window, guys, just go to and the double backslash and then power VA. The micro. Okay. Alright, and then you will be redirected on that page. On the main page of the Power Virtual Agent. Okay, so let's wait. Okay, so you can see it's verified, and then you can choose your country or region, and then click. Okay, so you can need to click this dash and enter the information provided. This will be sent to your email. Okay, and then you will be redirected on the main page of your trial Power Virtual Agent. Okay, so as you can see, guys, since that we did only create account, this is already get started, and we will now create our new bot. Okay, our preferred bot. So you just need to fill this form, right? Okay, so just visit your bot again. So for example, trial bot, and then select a language. So let's use English. And then everyone needs to use the trial environment that we created. If that's okay, so once you successfully fill it out, click this create button. Okay, and let's wait until it's created. So it will take 15 minutes, or it will depend on the connection before it's successfully created. So let's just wait. Okay, so guys, if you have questions to our Microsoft Teams audiences, Facebook Live, as well as YouTube, just type in your questions there and get an answer in. Okay, so it's now successfully created, and Power Virtual Agent will give you a walkthrough to give you an idea and insight about the Power Virtual Agent's user interface. Okay, so let's get started. So after you created your bot, it will appear in the list under the robot icon here, guys, on rather, as I click the video button. And we will do the process that we did a while ago. Okay? Alright. So here on the side panel, you can see the home, the topics, the entities, the analytics, the publish, and the manage. Okay? So on the home, you can see there the trial button you can use. Okay? This is the home page wherein you can also test your bot. Okay? On the topics, okay, these are the topics that is incorporated inside the Power BI features. Okay? So there you go. Then also we will also have here an entities. Okay, so the entities, these are the unique. It's like a folder wherein the data will use the data that we collected will be saved inside of this. Okay, so these are the entities we have. For instance, we have age, boolean, page, color, content, and so on and so forth. Okay, on the analytics, page, you can have an in-depth analysis on the data. Okay, that you have on your Power BI agents. Okay, so let's just wait till it loads. Okay, so you can have a summary. You can also have a customer satisfaction and your session as well your billing. Okay, so it will help you enhance and to check the performance of your lab. Okay, so that is analytics. So it will just take some few moments before it loads. So as you can see there, guys. Okay, so you can see there how many total sessions do you have, how many engagement rates do you have, the resolution rate, and then you can check the performance, the efficiency, and the effectivity of your bot using the analytics. Okay, on the publish menu, it is where you can publish the bot that you created, and you can have your sample data. But you can see more coding. Okay, so now let's create and let's try to check first or test first the bot that we have here. Okay, so let's try that. Okay, so for example, just test that the people that we have here. Okay, we're going to try out the conversation in the chatbot page. So first is that to show the chatbot everyone. Okay, in the bottom left corner here on your screen, click the transfer button. Since that it's already shown on my page, you can see that it's changed onto Chatbot. Okay, so in the bottom says Chatbot when your chatbot is already shown, and this is the chatbot. Okay, so at the top of the chatbot, everyone, turn on the graph unique topics. Okay, so let's travel this. Alright. Okay. Next is on the type your message field. Okay. Let's type hello, for example. Okay, let's type hello and then click this icon channel. Okay. And then there is the bot. It will reply, it will respond on your message. Okay, so the hello, that is the trigger. Okay, that is the trigger, guys. So the bot will offer a meeting in the chatbot page. So additionally, on the topic page will open. This is the topic page. Okay, and don't wonder which page we're on the board, and you can see the greeting topic open in the offering canvas. Okay, so this is the offering canvas window, and with green outline and check mark, you can add it to each part of the conversation design when Okay, we have a lot here. Also, next one that the trigger phrase says the people, okay, they're looking a message. Okay, so this is the node. Okay, this is what we call node, and it is the one that connects to the message or to the response of the bot. Okay, so this will be the response of the bot depending on the trigger. Okay, as you can see here, guys, it follows the flow that we needed here. Okay, so next in the chatbot, enter the following message and press send stores near me. Okay, let's type stores near me. And then click this icon again to scan it. Okay, let's wait to the response of the chatbot. So you can see that on the notice that have began to send in the offering canvas. Okay, because you have triggered one of the trivial topics that we have here. Okay, so what is that trivial topics that we triggered again? So we triggered the store here. Okay, so guys, you can also just type in store. Okay, and then the chatbot will respond. Okay, so again, as I said a while ago, you don't need to type in a quick sentences. Okay, you just need to type in a phrase or a keyword, and it will respond to it. Okay, as you can see here. Alright, so I guess I got dropped out. The call has been dropped. Hello, my test, can you hear me? Yes, you can see here. Okay, so I hope that you can hear me loud and clear. So as you can see here, guys, this is the different responsive messages that we can have after we trigger the phrase that we have here. Okay, so now in the path chart, everyone, pick the store location that you want. Okay, like for example, we want to pick the care plan. Okay, and then once you click the care plan, okay, the chatbot will send you the location or the address of your inquiry location that you select. Okay, and then as you can see again in the topics on the operating canvas, things that do with trigger phrases, then a new topic as they show. Okay, so that is how you test it. Okay, so now let's proceed in editing the conversation. Okay, so let's make a change to that conversation that is with tested a while ago. So by adding one store location, and we'll make a copy first so that later on you can go back to the lessons as they were exactly before. Okay, alright. So all you need to do, guys, just access the hyperlink on the bottom left part on your screen. Okay, click the hyperlink button. Okay, and then go to topics. Alright, so you can see there we have the topics. Okay, some existing topics. Alright, so next is that we need to hover our mouse over on the lesson 2 that we are using here. Okay, in the topic. Okay, so on the row for the people topic, a simple topic with a condition as variable. Okay, so the topic action buttons will appear in the row. Okay, so just click this more actions Alright, so as you can see, it's now created. It's now inputted on the first row of your thing. Okay, so there it goes. So the next is that we need to click the name on the top itself. So there. Okay, and it will open the topic. So if you want to open that, click that. Okay, so once you click that, everyone, you are now looking at the setup page. So this is the setup page for the topic that you access. So this page is where you enter the topic name, which will appear to your customers. Okay, so you can change the name. Okay, so you can also have your description, which doesn't appear to your customers, but it's for your own use. And the trigger phrases as well. Okay, and we will go into detail about this trigger phrases later on. Okay, so now let's select this current text in the name field, and then delete that, and let's change the name. So let me change this as first. After that we have that in there, okay. So now let's select this. Then click the save topic on the right corner. Okay. So it's now successfully saved. Okay, so now that we've saved it, let's imagine that you open a new store in, for example, in Bellevue. Okay, so to add a store into your blog, everyone, you need to edit the topic design and the authoring canvas. Okay, so all you need to do is click or access the go to authoring canvas. Okay, click this button. Okay, and then you will be redirected on the authoring canvas page. Okay, so the authoring canvas page, everyone, contains all the text and logic for the conversation about the story location. Okay, so on the very top here, everyone, you'll see a reminder of the trigger phrases which are added and edited on the setup page. Okay, so this is very interesting. So next is let's scroll down the page to see the conversation design. Okay, so this is the conversation design, right? So since that our task is to add a new store here, okay, this is what we're gonna do. So each of the connected boxes that you can see, guys, this is the connected boxes that you can see. All right. We call it as a, okay, we call it as a node. So you can see that the bottom displays a message in the message node that it is happy to help find the store and then ask you a question. Okay? Question node. So this is the question node. Alright? So which location the user is interested in. Okay, so you can open the test box to see what this is the name of what the business is saying, okay, on the conversation that you had already. Alright, so again, let's just scroll down to the question node that asks which location are you interested in. Okay, so this is the question node that we ask. That asks which location are we interested in. Okay, and then we're gonna add another option here. Okay, so all you need to do, everyone, on their direct launch, Seattle, Kirkland, click this new option. Okay, click the new option. And then a new condition, everyone, will appear here. Okay, this is a new condition. Once you click a new option, it will automatically add a new condition. And that new condition, okay, is connected to the option that we're given. Okay? So that condition node is added under the question node where you are at. Okay? So in the question node, right here, what type, okay, question node, everyone update node, question node is not in the condition node. Okay? So we will type in the new option that we want to create. For example, we want to create a development group, and the newly added and bounds. And under the options for user. So Bella Loop is automatically added for your conditional. Okay, as you can see, as we add the Bella Loop on the option, it is automatically added on the condition. Okay, as you can see there is the Bella Loop. So take note that the option for user section for the what buttons are visible to users, okay, in the chat window. So it always needs to be matched with the condition or the button one word. And the conditions, however, can handle the user typing something that is not shown in the button. So for instance, if we're to delete the option for user value, it's not shown with the condition which can be used in the chat window if the user types always when asked for a location. Okay? So now we will tell the host what message the user plays if the user selects the conditional blank space. Okay, so EA underscore for location, which equals use Bella. Okay, and then you add info for the Bella for location with the add name. Okay, so where is the click to add note? Okay, as you can see there, this is the an icon, look like that. Okay, so we'll select ask the question, all in action, show a message, another target, or in conversation. Okay, if it depends on what option you want to select. So since we want to have an information and the user selected the Bella group, okay, then we need to select the show message option. Okay, so meaning it will show once that user selected on the Bella group, okay, it will show for the message to put in protection here. Okay, so it will allow us to add the message note that is connected to the Bella condition. So here is type the message the store location info. Okay. So let's print. User selected in the Bella group. Okay, it will show the message word. Okay. Conversation. Okay? So you're not going to end a conversation if the conversation ends the same way, no matter which location the user chose. So how you going to do it? Okay, all we need to do is to link a shared and conversation. Okay? So there's no start on the end conversation system traffic. So this is the end conversation traffic, guys. Okay? So all of the links to you and one. So you're not going to end conversation since the conversation ends the same way. Conversation. Okay? Which location you here choose. Here we have the toolbar. Okay, so let's use this to link shared and conversation. Okay? So let's go start on the end conversation notes on the screen. This is the end conversation topic, guys. Okay, there you go. It's so you get out. Okay, and then click the add node. Okay, and this is the add node. Click that button below the location message. So when these options appears on selecting option, guys, over your mouse over the connector. Okay, over your mouse. And there you go. It's over. Okay, and then not at the top. So this is the connector node. Click that. Okay, see that. And which will create when in the list option, and then click the appears instead of selecting an option, guys. Hover your mouse over the connector. Okay, over your mouse. Okay, over the connector. Thus at the top. So this is the connector tab. Okay, so you can see that. And which then grab the connector to show that until we connect to the top of the end of the conversation, which is already connected to the other three locations that you have. Okay, so click that. Click this button with this, and then drag this. Then connected on the end of the connector. Well, now connected on the end of the conversation. So regardless of all the store that the user chose, it will end on the end of the conversation. The same. Okay? Next, once you've successfully did this, okay, on the top right page, okay, the right corner, click the save button to save the changes to the conversation. So regardless of the store that the user chose, it will. Alright, so now we will test the topic that we've created. Okay? Okay. So once you've successfully did this, the topic on the left navigation to return to the page. Topics in the right corner. Okay? And then the same here. We created the first. Okay? And you can see that the status is on upstate. Okay? Alright. So now upstate is on and available fields that we've created. So all you need to do is click the status toggle and then from the topics tab and then the left navigation to return to the topics. Turn it on. Okay? And then okay, before we can turn it on, we create need to turn off first the original status, which is the last page. Okay? So as you can see, it's on. Select our toggle this and make it off. So all we need to do is turn it off and from let's wait. So as you can see, it's now on off state and then it will automatically turn on the first test button. We need to turn on first the original tab. Okay? The lesson. Alright. Okay? So as you can see, it's on. So next, select our toggle this, okay, and make it on. conversation. The store that we've chosen. Okay? And that is the end of the conversation. Okay, so you will be asked. So did the answer your question? Is yes.
Next is let's try to publish. Okay, we need to try to publish the bond that we created, and then let's generate advanced action. Okay, for testing. So Power Virtual Agents provides a demo website so that we can invite anyone to test your bond. We send them the URL. So this demo website is used in developers feedback, give the bond consent before you activate it as the bond for your real customers. Okay, so just go to your type channel, and then click the publish tab. Okay, and then after clicking the publish, okay, pull your direction here. So you need to click the publish button. Okay,
Before you
and then you click
as the bot for your real customers. Okay, so just
there you go.
your site panel, and then click the publish tab.
As you can see, your latest event is published, and it's available to your users in the publish.
Okay, you will be redirected.
So when you create a URL chatbot, you will publish each time you want to make a blue topic stats. Okay, and this will be available to your
and then
customers.
publish.
So the publishing process will check for errors in the bot page whose status is on. Publication should be.
As you can see, your latest content is published, and this will
If any news and message on the top of the screen when publishing is complete.
So when you
Okay, so after you publish, check out your bot on the demo website to identify your team members producing customers. Okay,
so the
so click
publishing
the link on
process
the
will check
website.
for errors in the bot page.
Alright,
Status
and then we'll be redirected to the
application should
page.
take only a few minutes, and then you get the message on the top of the screen. Okay, so after you publish, right now,
Okay, so when the demo site website opens, you now interact with the bot or canvas by typing the message on the top or by clicking start the page from the provided option. So let's try.
and then we'll be redirected into a page.
Okay, so as you can see, even though I type in a different word, a different greeting, the bot still understands me.
Okay, so when the demo site windows
And
open,
then let's try
with the bot
store.
canvas by typing the message
Okay, on the
basically
store.
start
Okay, so the bot understand what we mean. So store here me.
Okay, so as you can see, even though
Okay,
I
and then
need a different word, a different greeting,
okay,
the bot
then let's select I am there. Okay, so that is how we do it. Alright, so it's already 12:30. I would like to ask our host if I still have remaining hours. I took a lot of hours on my session. Okay, so everyone, if you have any questions, concerns, clarifications,
there you go. Okay, so that is how we do it.
right? So,
It's already 12:30. I would like to ask our host
that's the
if
4
we
hours.
still have remaining hours. I think I took a lot of hours on my session. Okay, so everyone, do you have any
So,
concerns,
any questions, concerns, clarifications, or YouTube, Facebook audiences, as well as Microsoft Teams attendees, please type in your questions, and I will happy to answer it.
Okay, so any questions, concerns, or clarifications, or
So, I guess there's no question.
Facebook
So,
audiences as well as Microsoft Teams attendees, please type in
fill out the survey and then please talk to us. And I think that would be all for my discussion.
encourage you to check out the power virtual agents and then try it on. Thank you everyone for joining me and listening to my topic. Goodbye. Thank you, Drizzles, for having me here again.
Okay, sure. All right. Thank you, Roy. And that was a great session. I love it because you simplified on how we can set up our chatbots or our Power Virtual Agent. And I hope our attendees were able to learn something new, which is our PVA, the newest addition to the family of Microsoft Power Platform. And for now, we're just going, or I'm just going to send you for a quick lunch. Just be back at 1 p.m. because we have a speaker. His name is V. Murugesan, and he will be discussing more about Power BI. All right, so an interesting session again, and that will be our last session. And we'll have like a few words from Paul Suleiman, one of our community leaders. All right. So I'm still waiting on our discussion. If you have any questions, please just type in our Q&A portion or the comment section. Okay. So Vigneshwar Murugesan will be our next speaker, and he will be discussing Power BI and its workaround capabilities with other Power platforms. So just have a quick lunch and see you later. Goodbye for now.